What is up, home workout and bodyweight exercise fans? In today's video for Made Muscle, we'll be talking about how to build muscle with bodyweight exercises for hard gainers. Now, the first thing I want to point out here is that it's very easy and very common for people to over-diagnose themselves as hard gainers. Now, let's first of all look at some signs that might seem to be showing that you are a hard gainer, and after that let's look at some other things that you might be doing wrong and thinking you're a hard gainer. So if you've been training for at least 6 months consistently and you don't see a lot of results, pretty possible that you're a hard gainer if you're doing everything else right. If you've been training for a year or more and nobody around you really notices, maybe people are even surprised when you tell them that you train. Another thing is when you wear a t-shirt, so summer is coming, let's say you wear a t-shirt, you look in the mirror or other people look at you and you don't really see any muscle tone. Now, another category of people here that I'm going to add on hard gainers is also people that are above 45 years old. So, in most cases, unless you're blessed with awesome genetics, after this age, your physiology gradually doesn't function as well, doesn't optimize recovery and muscle growth as it used to be. So, slowly after this age, people start also belonging in the hard gainer category. So that's another thing to keep in mind for those of you here that are a little bit older. Now, let's see what are the common mistakes people do and don't notice, so overdiagnose themselves with being a hard gainer case. Number one is not getting enough of protein. Very common. A lot of people are not even getting more than 60 grams of protein per day, which can be impeding a lot your muscle growth. So what's a good number? Well, focus on getting more or less 1.5 grams per kilo of body weight. That's 0.8 grams per pound for those of you who are not using the metric system. So make sure you're getting a rough number close to that. So plus or minus 10 grams per day is okay, but make sure you're always close to that. Another very common mistake for especially the skinny guys is not getting enough calories. So, not eating enough. Another mistake people do a lot, and this one might be a little bit painful for some people's ego, is not training hard enough. Some people just don't know how to push themselves. Maybe they never trained in their youth. That's a common factor, people who haven't done any sports. And the next bullet point is basically not, and this one ties up with the second one, is not using enough mind to muscle techniques. So not being, in other words, engaged and focused in their bodies. These are people that focus too much on external cues, such as just doing the reps, going through the motions, without being immersed in the exercise, without focusing on their body and the feedback their body gives them. So mind to muscle, super important. If you hear this term for the first time, how do you practice mind to muscle? Well, the best way to do that is to start with applying these tips on the video above to push-ups, which is the most basic bodyweight exercise, which is why I always recommend people to start with that exercise if you want to learn to apply mind to muscle techniques. And I've been thinking a lot about lately how important mind to muscle is. I always keep on getting back on the importance of mind to muscle because the last couple of months I wasn't doing that much focused work with mind to muscle techniques. I was doing more circuits, more park workouts, other stuff I was trying. And now that I'm back to my superhero challenge, which if you haven't heard about, I'm going to put a link above, I see such a big difference. So quickly I can see already muscle tone on my body. So remember, especially in bodyweight exercise, getting stronger and building more muscle is not just about doing more reps. It's about doing better reps. Let me re-say that so you carve it deep in your brain. building muscle and getting stronger with bodyweight exercises is not just about more reps, it's about better reps. Not about quantity, it's about mostly quality. So I hope that was enough for you to understand the importance of mind to muscle. I tend to get too passionate about this topic just because I find it so exciting. This was part one of building muscle and getting stronger with bodyweight exercises for hard gainers. I'll be doing more videos on this topic soon, in probably the coming week or the week after that, because I have already a lot of other content I'll be doing this week. Also an interesting podcast with the Healthy Gamer. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. If you are already a subscriber, make sure you like the video, and more importantly, you share it. There's a share button below that helps me to keep on growing this project. I have a free beginner's guide and other resources you can find in the description below. And until next time, keep on training.